to our next movie discussion, The Beast. Stars Idris Elba. That's pretty much it.
Charlotte Copley, who it plays Martin. I'm not sure if you knew. I think we talked about this because we actually watched this movie together.
The guy that stars in District 9, right?
Mm-hmm. He plays the main character in District 9, where he was the one that got turned into an alien at the end. I thought that was cool, and he was also in Chappie. That was back in 2015.
He's been in all the Neil Blomkamp movies, so he was also in Elysium as well, but he was a villain in Elysium. So yeah, he's been in a lot of movies that kind of set place in South Africa.
Yeah,
which makes sense because he is South African. But I just think it's just ironic because there's so many movies that star in that setting, and he's always in them. So I think it's very funny.
They gotta cater to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this movie just kind of follows a man and his little family. His wife recently passed. He's kind of taking a trip back to her culture of South Africa,
revisiting her childhood home. Would be a good way.
Yeah, I would say so.
And like experiencing what your mom lived through and stuff like that. Yeah,
kind of in remembrance and stuff. So very, very interesting initial start to it. And then, of course, like every monster movie, monster comes out, attacks. They have to fight it off. Yeah. But in this case, it's a lion.
So something like that is very common to occur. That could have this could actually be probably a true story as well. Which I think is pretty scary to think about.
Dude, the lion wasn't even that big either. It wasn't even bigger compared to the other ones when we saw in the movie.
Yeah, but I think like still in general, like how lions are, like, I mean, I don't know, like my whole zoology crap, but like I know lions are, I mean, depending on if you raise them or if like you find them in the wild, they can be like tame, but like if you mess with them, they'll mess with you back.
Yeah, dude, I don't fuck with lions, dude, man. We have a big zoo exhibit of lions in our town that we're in right now, and they're pretty big. They're freaky looking. Not here for it. Yeah, we should go one time if we end up heading up the zoo with our friends. I'll show you. Yeah, interesting movie. You know, typical monster movie. I was kind of underwhelmed. I feel like it had a lot of potential. I didn't hate it. You know, I just took it as it is. You know, you know what a monster movie is. You know what you're gonna get. And you just hope to get really just that character development that kind of drives the story. You know, you have your main characters. You want to care for them. You want them to win. Unfortunately, with this movie, didn't really care so much for them.
No. I mean, there was only a little bit with, like, I can see Idris Elba's character trying to reconnect with his daughters. Like, you do get some of that connection with them. Especially, like, you know, you're now...
They're so brave.
Yeah, I guess.
Those moments were so brave, though.
They were, yeah. But I guess also you're trying to survive a lion attack. So, like, how can you be so caring and wanting to take care of your daughters, but also trying not to die from a lion?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It had some weird flashbacks, or I think they were dream sequences that were kind of interesting. They didn't really connect whatsoever to... the movie kind of reminded me of, the remake of Pet Sematary. There was that really weird side character, like the college student always haunting his dreams that never connected and was just so pointless. And that's what these kind of dream sequences felt like as well. So a little tidbit. The horror, mediocre, I would say. Kyle was freaking the fuck out because he hates horror.
Yeah, I don't like jump scares. I'm sorry. Like, I'll watch it, but like not in a movie theater. I'm sorry. Well, like, you jumped one time also.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was one good jump scare, and you looked at me afterwards. I was fucking cracking up. I was cracking up. I'm like, yes, they got me.
I saw your ass go off your seat.
God. Oh man, all I need is like one good jump scare and the movie's decent in my eyes.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know, like I'll watch like scary movies, but like I can't watch them in theaters. Like the only other one I watched was, I think, A Quiet Place 2 for the podcast actually. So
what?
Yeah,
that's not horror. That's like action.
It's like action horror stuff, but in general, like I rather just watch it in the safety, quote unquote, of my own house. So I'd rather do that. I remember watching The Conjuring at my house because I could not watch it in theaters. I just don't like horror movies in general. I don't care.
I'm starting to really like horror movies. I guess I like leaning more towards the monster movies. Stuff a little bit more practical, I guess, which is kind of more fucked up. I don't like the supernatural as much. I'll watch it here and there, but the new movie Smile, I ain't fucking watching that shit, man. That thing looks fucked up. I ain't watching that. Hell no. Well, let's do a different podcast for that movie. Like, I'm creeped out by just the trailers, and somehow out of the last 3 movies we've gone to, I think 2 out of the 3 have shown. No, I saw it in Bullet Train, I saw it in Beast, and yeah, we didn't see it in Rogue One. But
no,
like,
it was just
2 out
those
of the
2.
3 I've seen trailers for it in IMAX, and I wanted to rip my eyes out.
Yeah, it's too creepy. Like, that's why I can't. And like, especially since we watched those ones in IMAX, it gives you that more scarier experience. And I'm like, no, get away from me.
Yeah,
and it's just a creepy ass trailer. It gives me freaking probably, you know, Sinister, that scary movie.
Yeah.
That one I can't watch.
I kind of wish I saw Black Phone in theaters. I heard that was pretty good.
Oh, with Ethan
but
Hawke,
that was more of a thriller versus a horror. But yeah, this movie, kind of know what you're getting yourself into. It was entertaining for the most part, I would say. Nothing to take too serious. Kind of good times. I had a pretty decent time with it. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
For a horror movie, I felt like you thought it wasn't too bad either.
It was okay. It was tame. I call this The Lion King. I call it The Lion King, but rated R.
You're not wrong. Idris Elba gets his
is.
ass beat by a lion, which was kind of messed up because of how graphic it was.
Yeah,
that was way more graphic. It was way more graphic than I thought it was going to be. At least with that certain scene and moment in the movie. But yeah, unfortunately, I just think there are other monster movies that have been released over the past few years that are way better than this.
Prey.
Again, just one. Prey. Oh. Fuck yeah, dude. I didn't even include that one. I was like, Prey's at a new level. So movies that came to mind was like Crawl with the alligators. That one's really good. Awesome character development and interaction. I had a fun time with that one. That had a lot more jump scares than this movie ever had.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think of the movie Shallows with Blake Lively.
The shark one?
I think that one's pretty good as well. I think 47 Meters Down, that's another shark one, but that one, not so much horror. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just a better monster movies. It's such a trend, you know. And it was definitely a big trend in the early 2000s. A lot of, like straight to DVD monster movies, like Anaconda,
like the cheesy ones.
And all of the like sequels following it. But yeah, I feel like over the years, it's definitely progressed it and kind of made it more an interesting genre. But yeah, kind of interesting to see Idris Elba in this movie. You know, you just gotta get that 1 star and then throw out a mediocre movie, and it'll probably earn like $30 million at the box office.
Yeah, it'll earn some money, and it's Idris Elba as well. So I know he's like a very popular actor as well.
Exactly. So, what would you rate this movie, Kyle?
Probably a 7 or 6.5.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a solid 6.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Enjoyable. It's not below a 5. So
yeah. It had like some good stuff. It had a couple of good jump scares that caught me. Really cool dramatic scenes, especially, or like a lot of good cinematography as well, with just showing the scenes of the Sahara or of Africa and like seeing animals and all that stuff. Seeing that ending scene as well, where it was connected to where they actually took a picture of where their mom was at before she passed away. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of makes me avoid wanting to do any of these type of safari thingies.
Yeah, man, fuck that.
Yeah.
keep me in the Midwest.